How's the week been, the experience?
The week been good, just coming in. Something that you dream of as a kid, just coming in, want to do this stuff. So it's been good, being on my feet I'm enjoying the moment.
When did you start playing football?
When I was like 4 years old, young, started off young, yes sir.
And when did you transition to, this is what I want to do, I want to, be in the NFL? When did that dream happen?
Probably the following year when I turned like 5, 6. Just me being bigger than everybody, dominating since I was a kid. And I just felt like I was destined for it, and it just made me want to continue playing.
And have you had a formal meeting with the Patriots?
No, sir.
Anez, what has your training been like since the last game, and where have you been training and working out?
I've been working out back at home in Birmingham, Alabama. The training just me first, just come get my body back right from the long season. I just been working on bending, trying to get faster, lose a couple pounds, and then that'll be all.
What's your intentions or plans for workouts or testing tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm doing all the drills tomorrow. I won't be testing. I'll just be waiting till pro day come to do all the rest of the testing. But tomorrow to be just drills. Yeah.
What are you most pleased with? What you kind of put on, what you did this year? You personally, the team, the whole thing. Just kind of as you wrapped up your career, what were you most pleased with your progress in your final year?
Just me, just become a better leader, progressing as a leader the past years in Miami. Obviously, enjoying that moment, going to the next championship with all my teammates. I just feel like me just showing all those guys and those guys trusting me, being the leader of the team, and just going out and progressing, and then just winning games, enjoying the moment with those guys.
And that's how cool of an experience is it to be here with Markel? He was right there about 5 or 10 minutes ago. How cool is it to be here with them?
That's good. Just being here with guys that you went through this long season with. Me and Markel, actually, we roommates, so we be around each other all day. We just talk all day, talking about the experience, talking all the things that we've been through this past season. And it's just good, just seeing familiar faces, just being comfortable with guys that you went through the struggle, went through the season with. So that's a good thing, is it?
Have you met with the Steelers, and was that formal or informal?
That was informal, is it?
Have you met with the Buccaneers?
Informal.
Informal.
Mm-hmm.
Texans.
Informal.
What would you call your most complete game during your time at college?
Like in the year?
Yeah, any year.
I'd probably say my sophomore year, playing against Texas A&M. That probably was one of the complete games.
What made it the most complete game in your opinion?
I just feel like that was one of the best games I played in my career. I actually won the Outland Player of the Week that week, so I always remember that. Yeah.
During this process, have you had a chance to meet with Detroit?
I had an informal with those guys.
Do you know your formal meetings, your interviews that you've had? Do you know those teams?
I had one formal with the Jets, and it went good. I like what those guys talk about. They came in, going over my plays, seeing what I knew, so I enjoyed that with them. Yes, sir.
And that's just in general, what does your time in Miami mean to you? And how do you think it prepared you to be in this exact moment?
It mean a lot. Just knowing that Cristobal was one of the few coaches that took a chance on me coming out of high school, so I always get all my respect and everything to Cristobal and the University of Miami. I mean, it was good. They turned me to who I am today. Thank the coach, Mirabal. He made me a great player, just learning all type of things from him. That's one of the best coaches I ever had. So coming through and being taught by Mirabal, one of the greatest experiences ever, and I'm just thankful for the University of Miami.
Can you go into a little bit more detail about what made him one of the best coaches you've had?
It's just the way that he always real. He about his business. He could be the coolest coach ever. When you walk through and send him at the facility, just on around there, when in the practice time, he got a click that it's business time. So I just appreciate I love the way he teach. He break everything down. So I feel like when you got one of those coaches, it's hard for the unit not to be good. Though I feel like that we elevated those past years and just become one of the best, one of the top O-line in the nation. Just thank the coach Mirabal and the way he teach and the way he go about things.
And as you've always given credit to coaches since your progress, your development at UM, but what did you personally do to get to this point? What do you feel like was a big part in you getting here from where you were when you arrived?
I just feel like it just took me coming where I'm from. It just took the leave, don't worry about my past, just come in with a new face, going to a new city. I feel like just all the hard work that I be about, the dedication, I'm true to the game. And I just feel like that just made me who I am. So I ain't never shying away from no work. I'm a very competitive person. You see it on film, you see all the videos of me. So I just feel like that's just me having just an edge by myself, having high confidence in myself, made me who I am.
With the edge that you're talking about, how much fun did you have talking to opponents? We obviously saw the way you played, your style. Just how much fun was that?
I mean, I enjoy it. It'd be fun. That's just who I am. I always like that. I even talk trash to all my teammates stuff, but it just be cool. But this is how I go about, just the high energy I play with, the edge I play with. You can see it on film. I enjoy it. I love it. So.
And speaking of your teammates, what can you say about Akeem Mesador and how he developed the last couple of years?
Akeem Mesador, we came in together. He came from West Virginia at the time, so I've been around him. I seen all the stuff he went through, and they just me and Akeem, we like rivals at practice and stuff. So we always go at it. He'll get me in 2-minute drill, then I'll get him in one-on-ones. But me and Akeem just got that level that we always trying to compete against each other. We always trying to get each other better. His hands probably the best hands on the end defender I ever blocked in my college career. So I feel like he just get me ready for any opponent in the game. I feel like I won't block. I really ain't gonna block nobody better that use their hands the way Akeem do. So I feel like it's good having Akeem the 4 years I've been in college. He got me better, way better than I can imagine. So that's good, yes sir.
Does he play with an edge?
Yeah, he play with the edge. I mean, you should see some of the one-on-ones that we do at practice. I'm a big trash talker. He a big trash talker. So like we be going at it. It's back and forth competition, yes sir.
When you were coming up in high school, even before that, was being here in this moment something that you thought was possible at all?
When you first come in, you really don't know what's possible. You just got to put your head down and work for it. So I feel like when I did first come in, it was just more me about getting in and playing as a freshman. I got that done. So when I did get it done, I did think that, making the combines part, I did think that I was going to work my way up and be like one of the top O-line prospects. Yes, sir.
With that in general, with before college, is this still kind of a surreal moment for you at all? Yeah,
I mean, I'm still trying to get used to all this. Coming from Birmingham, Alabama, every kid don't really see this just based on their area. It's just me just trying to just keep my feet down and just trying to be where I'm at, be where my feet at. And I'm still trying to suck it all in. Probably when I get out to do my drills and look around at the combine tomorrow, it'll be like I'll probably suck it in and be surreal when I got to lock in for the drills.
Nervous at all?
I ain't nervous. I don't really get nervous for real, but I'm just ready to go out there and just compete.
Yeah. What does it what does it mean to represent your hometown?
It's good. If you just search up Birmingham, Alabama, you will see what type of community I came from. A lot of kids don't get to see this. I try to be one of the kids to set an example that it can be done. You can make it out of the city. So it's just me just coming in, just continue to put on for all the kids that look up to me, just paving the way for all my younger brothers. I got 7 younger brothers, so just me paving the way for all of them and just continue to show that it's possible, you can do it. So it's just me trying to just show love and respect to the city.
Are you the oldest?
Yeah, I'm the oldest. Yeah, I got.
What's it like having 7 younger brothers?
I mean, it's kind of hard, because all they try to dream and try to be like me and do what I do. They always all my folks would be like, "Do you got a favorite?" I can't really show because I don't really got no favorite. So I always try to inspire and just keep all those guys going and keep them in sports and all that.
What did that teach you about leadership?
Yeah, it's taught me a lot. When you got a whole bunch of young brothers looking up to you, it just try to show that you got to stay on path and don't try to shot the wrong way, because they'll try to do what you do. If you're doing something bad as a big brother, they'll try to do the same thing as you do, try to follow your path. So my path was just show them guys that it's good to play football. It's good to shy away from the crowd. You ain't got to be part of the crowd. You ain't got to do what everybody else doing. You can have your own way.
Do they all play football too?
Yeah, they all play football.
Do you feel like for that reason, is it a good sense that you've inspired them to at least do that?
Yeah, I feel like it is a good sense. I talk to those guys a lot, actually, because I'm training back home, so I get to catch up all the times that, I miss being in college. So I get to catch up with them, just continue. I'm actually working with them a lot and just teach them the basic mindset, try to get them the mindset that I have to have an edge when you playing and just be out there and be who you are.
And
is it kind of a full circle moment that now you're getting geared up to go to the NFL and you're able to go back home and train with them and maybe pass things on and just kind of see where they're at now and they can see where you are now about to go to the
Yeah, I feel like it is a full circle moment because I try to set that example for them because I didn't have no football example. I ain't have nobody in my family to come to the combine or be a big time college player, even play at a D1 level that's close to me. So I mean it's a full circle moment. I just try to be that example for all the young kids, even my young cousins. I try to be that example for them and just show them there's always a chance. Just bet on yourself and just keep going.
And who do you think is going to be the leader on the offensive line at Miami next year?
I say Matt McCoy. Me and Matt McCoy came in together. I feel like he can step up and be a good leader this year. He played him and Sampson. They rotated their left guard spot. So I feel like Matt McCoy and Sampson, both of those guys, they can step up and be a leader this year for the Kings.
Do you have any impressions of Jackson when he came in? It seems like a guy that asked a lot of questions.
Yeah, I actually went to the O-line mastermind camp with Jackson in Dallas. So I feel like he came in, he already ready to work. He ain't shying away. I actually was able to see a couple of his reps before we ended that season. He gonna be good. I feel like Jackson, he got a lot of talent. He come in, he work, he don't complain, keep his head down, he listens. So I feel like them good traits showing from a young guy. Yes, sir.
Just kind of going to Sampson, what you've kind of seen with him, and Matt too, with the position versatility. Kind of how do you see that shaking out with those guys?
Both of those guys can play each position on the O-line. You know, it don't really matter where you put those guys at. Both of those guys, they're gonna give you their best at each position. Sampson, you know, I was there when he first got in. Dylan, he coming back from all his injuries and stuff. He came in. He had a very great season this year. Matt McCoy, same thing. He dealing with injuries and stuff. He came back, had a very good season this year. So I feel like both of those guys are great players. They're gonna be great players for the game. I wouldn't doubt it if they're the best in the nation that come this next season. So I feel like those guys, they should work. They should work a lot this year because it don't matter where you put them at, you're gonna get the same thing. So that's good for them.
And as going back to, you know, talking about working back at home and stuff, why was that important I know you touched on all those things, but why was that important to work out there as opposed to, you know, staying in South Florida? There's obviously guys that are doing that.
For me, it was a thing just like try to go back to my grounds, go back to my roots, and just, you know, see my family while I got the time to. I could train close to them instead of being far away how I was these past 4 years. So that was just a thing for me, just getting back around family, you know, going back to the old ways and just seeing that things out. And that more just me seeing my people for real, because, you know, after this, you know, you get drafted, you got to go somewhere else. So it was just me just having just bonding back with my family. Yes, sir.
Was it hard to be away from the family for that long?
I mean, it was hard freshman year, sophomore year, but then I kind of got used to it. I was at a point where I really didn't even like to go home. So, you know, I got down there, fell in love with Miami. So it wasn't really hard for me, but them first 2 years, but I adjusted. You know.
What exactly made you fall in love with Miami?
It's just the way, like, you come from Bessemer, Alabama, you don't really see all the water, you don't really see all the boats, you don't really see all the palm trees. You used to just waking up, you don't really see, like, a lot of clear skies and how sunny it is down there. So that just made me really like that. When I went on my official visit, I really just couldn't believe it, because when I went on my OV, that really my first time getting on the plane and leaving Alabama. So, you know, when I went down there, it really just woke me up to, like, experiencing the world and just seeing better things.
Is Milo's actually good?
Milo's?
Yeah.
Is it? Like, I don't, you know, Milo's, I like Jack's a lot, but I feel like Milo's is like the top spot because that's what I get my tenders at. Well, I can't eat it right now. Probably like when I'm done with everything, I'll probably go back home and give me some Milo's. But it's very good. Yeah, it's very good.
Is it the sauce, the burgers, or is it the sweet tea? Where is it really at?
Probably the burgers. You know, they take a lot of time when they cook their food there, so I feel like it's probably the burgers. The sweet tea good too. That'd probably be a close second, but the burgers good. Burgers are very good actually.
On your film, one of the things that you notice immediately is like your aggressiveness and one of the guys on the back downfield. Where's that come from?
I just feel like it come from like the way I was raised, like the way my dad always taught me to play the game, just be violent. So, you know, just coming and just growing up and the way I played football, it was always like me just going out and just trying to, like, I wouldn't say like hurt, I don't want to say hurt people, but me just going out and trying to take my anger out on the opposing team. That's always how I learned how to play the game. So I just feel like it just transferred and carried me through my football career.
There was a play, I think it was on the screen where you know, knocked the guy over and kind of spun a long touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of the plays that you love?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, because I don't really get the chance to. That brother like come my first chance really running out there on the screen, so I just feel like I had to just take advantage of it. So the first person I seen, he really just ran into me. So the first person I seen, when I seen him coming down, I just feel like I had to just try my best. But I don't really get that chance a lot, so I had to go out and like do that. So
obviously you got to start games early in your career, but how do you see your game grow over the last 4 or 5 years and become a player that can play in the NFL?
I just feel like it grew just me off like building confidence in myself. Cause you know, you're a young guy, you don't know what your true ability is, you don't know what your identity is. So I feel like it was just me just taking the time out and just listening to Coach Mirabal and what he say I am as a player, and me trying to like benefit off that and grow off what he see as me. So, you know, it ain't really nothing too special for real. I don't really like try to do a lot, try to like do the simple stuff to make me great. So that's just me just believing in myself and try to build that confidence in me that I can do it. And that was a big thing for me from my freshman going to my sophomore year, just believing that I can do it. Because when you're a freshman, you really don't know what you can do until you see. So that was just me just by building confidence.
Who do you find yourself watching about in the NFL? Maybe someone that you kind of compare games to?
I watch Trey Smith a lot. I like the way he played. I like the grit that he played with. I try to model my game off him. I like Chris Lindstrom a lot. I like how fast he played and how aggressive he played. So those two guys that I watch a lot.
You know, in high school, I know you played all every single like offensive line position. Obviously, guard. You know, in college, have teams talked about mainly guard, or have they talked mainly center, or have you heard, a lot of different things?
Yeah, I heard a lot of different things. A lot of teams asked me could I snap. A lot of teams asked me what other position I played. I have played tackle. Well, that what I came in as a recruit, as a playing tackle, so I moved to guard. But yeah, a lot of teams, they be on and off center and tackle, so it just be back and forth.
What do they say about maybe the versatility that you can bring to offensive line and play multiple spots?
It's always one thing I can say to like any offensive lineman. It's always good to, even though you don't play that spot, it's always good to train for it because you don't really never know when you get to the NFL what they'll try to move you to. It's just better to be prepared to not be. So I feel like that versatility and training and the way we cross train in Miami, you learn every spot, play every spot. So I feel like that's a good thing that Coach Mirabal prepared us for.
Have you had a chance to meet with the Eagles during this process yet?
Nah.
Just with the training, have you been doing left guard stuff? Obviously, we saw you at right guard for a long time, but left guard.
Train, I work both sides. I always work both sides just in case you never know like what it come down to.
What's the biggest difference? Any comfortability? Anything?
I want to say it's a big difference because we've been cross training in Miami, so like I'm already used to having to play both sides, so it ain't really like a big difference.